played through the game already, but figured I'd get you. I mean, those of you who don't have PlayStation 4s, which I mean, I know there's some. Wait, yeah. It's been forever since I played this shit. The dumbass and watch myself and make weird noises while I hear death on. You know, usual shit. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna go well. I'm trying to make sure that nothing fucking flags out on me. Alright. So, let me fix my shit. Okay. 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 Goddamn. The echo's pretty cool. Alright. There we go.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Alright. Oh yeah, by the way, I might not be talking all that much, just because I want you guys to hear the audio. You know, that's odd, coming from me of all people. I'm like the most talkative person I fucking know. Alright, I'll shut up now. Just enjoy.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back. No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints. The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in
Welcome,
years,
other viewer. I guess. I don't know. I just saw this and it came on.
I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the thing home. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of. The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just almost like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Yeah, it's a good game, but the thing with it doesn't really have any action. It's just about the story.
The bird was really
If
scared.
that's what you're into. And with me, I don't know if I'm gonna be going to school tomorrow, Money Jack. So
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
yeah, so I'm gonna probably try and keep streaming this all night. Can you jump there?
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Fuck, dude. I have another thing. No, you did. Alright, alright. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be posting that kind of shit onto my channel, but I mean, with your channel and the Bad Role Models channel, I mean, I think we could pull it off. And the cat's not jumping, so I'm a wee bit triggered. Where is it? Oh. But yeah.
I gobbled her up.
And
suddenly, I was
whenever
an
you
owl.
want to get the
First,
done.
all I heard was the wind.
That's good, that's good.
Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
But yeah,
Rabbits.
like I was saying, I don't know if you particularly would like this game. Oh shit, I can't pick it up because I'm retarded. But yeah, it's like kind of a mellower thing. And I mean, the story is pretty good.
I imagined his face looking
But,
up and seeing
yeah.
mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't really do skits or that kind of stuff on my
A
channel.
mama. She was almost too big to carry. I started
It's just
choking,
that's not really what
but
I do on
couldn't
my
stop
channel.
eating.
Yeah. I'll promote it though, yeah.
And suddenly, I was a shark. I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy steaks.
Where the fuck did you go? God damn it. Dead ass fucking. Nah, but how long are you gonna be on the stream for? Cause towards the end of this story, you're gonna be like, oh shit. Cause it's gonna trip you out. I know it'll trip you out. I need to find this fucking seal and eat its life force. At least I hope you can stay on this fucking stream for a little while, a little longer than usual. Hey, look, it's that faggot. Oh, shit.
I tore off a flipper,
cool.
and it tasted really good.
You can experience this shit together. Well, I already experienced it, but I'm just coming back to it. Wait, where the fuck did it go? I need to eat it again, I forgot. I swept through. Oh, where the fuck? That's killed.
Everything changed.
Maybe probably
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
This part kind of creeped me out, mainly due to the part, to the fact that that music. Nom nom nom. See that music? That's a no-no for me. It's just, I can't really understand it. That and I'm kind of fucking tired and disorientated, so. The one thing I know that I am gonna hate is when you get to a certain part that kind of makes me paranoid. Wait, it was that guy that was singing? Oh, I guess
passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
You fuck, you said you were gonna stay on.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Somebody's gonna be watching this. I guess
I got closer and closer.
This is the part that really fucking tripped me out, though.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Trippy shit.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
That scared the living hell out of me.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. And maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. That's the day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again. The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Rick? Are you okay? This isn't funny.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
That roller skate actually scared the fuck out of me.
Walter, are you there?
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And funny he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
I'm fucking ninja. Just crutch, dude. Like, no lie. If I'm ever crippled or disabled, I'm about to be like, whoa.
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to go into that shit.
So
The only thing that really bugs me about this part
Dying to speak to young Barbara.
is that
At the door.
they got
She
the fucking Michael Myers scene playing, and me and Michael Myers, we don't
From
get along
inside
so
the
well.
house.
So whenever I played this, I was fucking on edge at first.
Oh,
And
what
everything.
kind of monsters they
It's
were.
a good
And she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Alright guys, I think I'm gonna leave off right here for now. I'm like literally about to pass out, like fall asleep. So y'all have a good night, and I'll continue this tomorrow. Also, I'm also gonna be doing a video with Mini Jack tomorrow, rehearsing or something. I don't know. I'm too tired to fucking understand shit right now. But yeah, go check out our channel for that GTA skit shit. Alright. See y'all tomorrow.